What about making yours sound better?
Hey, what's up everybody? Nick Holiday here with another video tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about vocal pitching and making a vocal as your lead in the drop section and how to actually do it, similar to Diplo, Skrillex, MARSHMELLO, anybody that's doing that style. This is how you do it. Okay, I'm going to keep this really quick and really simple. We have a vocal here. This is for my song Chase the Sun with one of my friends, Jack Henry. And so we took the vocal and we dropped it into a sampler, not the simpler. Don't be mistaken. We're not talking about the simpler here. We're talking about the sampler. You can see it's different. And all you want to do is make sure it's a full clip. You see how we have little clips, cuts here? It needs to be the full clip. And all you're going to do is take that clip and you're going to drop it in to your sampler. And you're going to have this loop section. What should it sound like? It sounds like... Okay, similar to the simpler. And you're going to want to turn on reverse for this, because what you're looking for is a gem in the audio that you can loop and use as your vocal tool. Now, so you want to turn on reverse. I usually keep snap on, and then I change the sustain mode to this mode here. This is the sustain loop, so it's going to go one way. Here, if I put this on forward, you see how it's going forward, and I'm going to bring the loop here like this, the end of the loop that is. Well, let's just bring it here just so we can have it a little smaller, and the beginning of the loop here. So, oh, that's the start. My bad. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get confused with the two. So this is the loop. We start here. So we're going forward and backward. You can move this, and what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna hit this on. We're gonna put this into reverse mode for a minute here. Let's see what we have. Where's the start? Back here. Okay, let's bring that here. And let's find a more meaty section. You see how this is very choppy here? Let's find a more meaty section. So what we're doing here and what you're going to do is once you put your vocal in here, you're just looking, like I said, for a gem. Okay. I usually try to find the starting point first, so I'm just going to move this around. Okay, cool. So this is just for this example. It's not amazing or anything like that. Let me move this here. I'm going to just play the little section here, the little beat here that we have. Cool. My bad. So I already have the drop drums done. Those are done. Needs to be mixed a little bit, but generally they're pretty ready to go. So now I'm going to morph and move these parameters here to make it work with my beat a little bit. So let's hear that. Okay, cool. So my computer's like showing a little bit of latency, so let me bring this down, and that's totally fine. But you get the idea. I made a crap ton of these. So what you're gonna do is just like I did. You're gonna take your time, reverse this, and you can try it, like I said, not in reverse, and you can play with this parameter here. You know, this one's cool, but you see the benefits of going forward, then back and forth, and then you can have your release modes and. and change those. And to be honest, I don't. On the release here, I'm not hearing a big difference. I probably have to tweak some other parameters, but that's not the point. You don't need all that to get what we're getting here. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. And then so what I do is just like this, and see we have this big old long vocal. I just start at the very beginning, and I find a gem all the way to the end. Unless it's a repeat section. If it's a repeat section, which this is not in this case, then you don't need to do that. But you just keep going until you find the right, loop. And if I were you, I would make a ton of them. So I'm going to make this one red because this is the new guy. And let's hear some of the other options. Sorry, my CPU is all gone here when I'm recording and then playing back here. So let me. So I just made, a bunch of different versions. And you can also go in here and turn on your portamento. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Ah, my bad. Okay, so I put it on glide. Put it to 34 milliseconds. Sounded good with whatever I was dialing that into. I just would duplicate this. So I'd duplicate it, and then I'd find a new spot, move down the line. You know what I mean? So, like I said, create a bunch of different ones, and then what I'm going to probably do is make one loop that's really good, and then make another one like this one here. I started here. It's not complete or anything. It's kind of garbage and sloppy, but, it's not... So you can see it starts getting a little bit sloppy there towards the end. But you get the idea where you just drop it in, make sure it's a sampler, and then you just start playing with, making your loop. And like I said, make a ton of them, and then when you go write your section, this will be one take, and I'll duplicate this, and I'll delete the rest of these guys, or just turn them off, whatever I need to do, and just keep that one. Be like, okay, cool, I like that one. I might try a bunch more and not like them, so I won't keep them, but maybe I'll find one or two more gems that work with the track that I can use in the song. And this is how they're doing it, no different. So you just find your loop and then go for it. You can turn this one off here, or you can have your vocalist sing it. And actually, let's turn this back on because I want to show you the second part of this, which is another cool way. So if you notice when you play it up to the next octave, note, whatever, it doesn't stay at the same speed. And I'm sure there's probably a way to change this in here. I just, I never really use the sampler. I usually use a simpler. So I haven't really stumbled upon it yet, but I probably will. Anyways, but I found another really cool solution. If you have this Avox, it's from the Andreas, auto-tune pack. Most of you probably have it. Type in auto-tune here. Yeah, so it's part of the, Andreas, whatever, Evo auto-tune. And you can use auto-tune and use the pitch there. That's another cool one to do. But I like this one here because it kind of gives it a unique sound. So this sounds... And that sounds very chipmunky, but when I go here... So it's got a very cool vocal tone. So I'm kind of formatting the way I want the vocal shape to be. And then you can just dial it into your song. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. So I didn't want to make this one too long. I'm actually working myself, as I'm assuming you are. So take the knowledge, use it, and try these tools out. Yeah, I know this one's not free, so I mean, I guess you can, if you really needed to, you could just print this down to audio and pitch it up. This guy right here, you could use the formant throat here. Two totally different sounds. You probably would have to like bring this all the way back down to I think where the starting points were on this guy. And I'd probably have to tweak these parameters back to the way they originally were. Totally different sound. I may even go with this one. I kind of like this one. But anyways, hopefully you get the idea, and hopefully this will help you. Obviously reversing and then using this sustain mode is really kind of where it's at. So, hopefully you can take this knowledge and apply it to your song, and expand the way you use it off of what you learned here, and hopefully you get what you need out of your vocal pitching that works with to work with your song. So anyways.